You know guys, before I start today's video, there's a few things that we need to address, alright? The first thing, and I know the last few videos, I've kind of been keeping up with it, but it's been a few days now, and I think I could confidently say, unless anything changes by the time you guys watch today's video, which is very possible, I think it's clear to say, unfortunately, Drake lost to Scatmaster Kendrick, alright? I think Kendrick Lamar has exemplified himself as worthy enough to be a Scatmaster. So congrats to Scatmaster Lamar on giving Drake backies. And now the other thing I need to address in today's video is about my last video where I talked about how Season 3 Reloaded was unplayable garbage. Now guys, when I made that video, I didn't even realize just how unplayable it actually was. I just saw Exclusive Ace's video and he mentioned that there was a bug where if you completed a camo challenge, any camo challenge, your game would crash, and that was affecting a lot of people. Guys, that is the actual definition of unplayable, because you are trying to play the game, hence camo grinding, and then your game crashes as a result. Unplayable garbage, by definition. So I felt that was important because I hopped on Twitter and of course there's still people experiencing this goddamn crashing bug. So to the gooch lickers out there that were complaining to me about, oh, you don't even know what it's like to code, you don't even know what it's like to make a game and develop. Shut the fuck up, man. I don't need to know how to do that for me to tell you guys that the quality, that the state of it is absolute ass. It's ass. And here's even another comment that I got from somebody in my last video. He says, oh, don't worry. They fixed the reload issue, but now the game absolutely runs like shit. Skipping everywhere, broken animations. It's like they've lost control and can't regain control of the wheel. Does that sound like a AAA titled quality game? You guys tell me. And that was my entire point in my last video, was that the developers, for them to be qualified to do this type of work, they are not the average human like me or yourself. These are people that study for years upon years upon years, years of application, years of testing, getting results, years of actual professional work. And they're not getting paid the same as yourself or myself. You might be making minimum wage. I have a pretty decent job on the side, and I'm getting money from YouTube, and I can tell you right now, these developers, they're getting like triple, quadruple the amount that we make. So yes, I think it's a very valid criticism to say, you are the most qualified for this. You are supposed to be the best of the best, and you're getting paid way better than the rest. Give us results. These are not results. Making us wait this long for these results is also very counterintuitive to what you have as qualifications. But don't worry guys, I was just giving you a little update from my last video because I know there was a few people that really disagreed with the Scatmaster. First of all, rookie mistake, because what tends to happen is I'll just prove you entirely wrong, and one of two things happens from there. You either just look stupid or you get even more angry. But aside from that mess, there is even more fuckery here, guys. And this is really what I wanted to talk about today. We are talking about being the biggest, just fiery, cock-sucking virgin, loser, nerd, bitch, and displaying this for the entire world to see. Now, you guys know in the past, the Scatmaster has come across various groups of people within this community, and I always come out on top. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry, but SBMM supporters, GGs, Infinity Ward supporters, GGs, MW 2019 fans, GGs, Nicki Minaj fans, GGs, reverse boosters, GGs. But now guys, there's actually another group that we need to discuss here, and they actually fall very close in line with reverse boosters. I'd like to introduce to you guys, I'd like to put up a photo of what we call a two-boxer. That's right guys, behold, this is a two-boxer in Call of Duty. And this actually came out from Doug Dimmadome Warzone a couple of weeks ago, where he discussed how some content creators have been getting called out for using a method called two-boxing to get you into lobbies that are filled with low-skill players so that they can farm kills for content. Talk about the scumbaggery in here, am I right guys? I say these are people in the same vein as reverse boosters because they just outs themselves for being two things. Not only inauthentic, but virgins. You know, we've talked about virgins here on the channel, guys, and you guys know when I bring the Nicki Minaj fans into it, that is the only compatible partner I believe a virgin in Call of Duty deserves. A Nicki Minaj fan. Because you gooch like the nastiest shit, there's no way you're going to reproduce ever. So just reproduce with each other. I'd prefer that you not, and we just let natural selection take its course, and hopefully the both of you guys go extinct, but that's not likely to happen. So mingle, interact, reproduce, and stop being nasty, disgusting virgins. And before we get into more specifics, guys, this is a poll that was put up by Doug Dimmadome Warzone. He says, do you consider two-boxing to get easier lobbies in Warzone, and I should say in Call of Duty in general, cheating? And you guys can see very clearly here, I'm one with a motherfucking cause, but I put yes, and 62% of people said yes, while 38% of people said no. Now, this is one thing we do need to point out, is that by the time I'm recording this video at least, there's a little less than 8,000 votes, and that is clearly not a large population size, but I think the difference is still going to be parallel to what we would see on a much larger scale. A little bit over 1 out of 3 people believe that it is not considered cheating to two-box. Now, Doug has a further explanation of this. He says, for those who are unaware of what two-boxing is, it's basically a method used to get way easier lobbies than skill-based matchmaking would normally allow. And this is where the inauthenticity comes in. This is where I truly believe you're a flaming virgin. And I would consider it cheating because it's a way of you trying to find a loophole out of what is intended in this game. Now, I don't want this to get lost in the message. I want to be very clear. Skill-based matchmaking is fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. It's horrifying. It's ruining Call of Duty. I think it has killed a large portion of the quality that these last 5 Call of Duties could have possibly had. Any which way you look at it, alright? Skill-based matchmaking in its current state is simply predatory. And I know a lot of you Drake fans are probably SBMM supporters. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna say why. I'm just... You know, don't kill the messenger, right? This is the same discussion that I had with reverse boosters. And I shouldn't say discussion because a lot of these actual, I guess, known reverse boosters, they came after the Scadmaster. You know, you're not gonna beat the Scadmaster in a fucking shit-talking contest. I'm sorry, that's just not gonna happen. That was actually like a 20v1 and they all got fucking body slammed one by one. I am not against reverse boosting and two-boxing because of my support of SBMM. Once again, I do not support SBMM. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't fuck with SBMM and I don't support it. And at the same time, if you reverse boost or two-box, you are a bitch. Now, I should very quickly explain exactly why it's called two-boxing and why this actually makes you a virgin. Two-boxing refers to this, guys. You have a console like a PlayStation or an Xbox. You have your main account on it, and then you go out and buy another Xbox or another PlayStation, and if you already had one in the tuck, then maybe you're not as much of a virgin, but you still kind of are, and you hook that shit up, and you make a separate bot account for that PlayStation or Xbox. You let that be the shitter account, you party up with it on your main account, you join a lobby using the shitter's account, and then that shitter account backs out of the game, your main account stays in the lobby, and there you go. You have a lobby filled with MW 2019 fans and you just shit all over them. That is what two-boxing is. Now, I should mention this for the tiny percentage of people that this may apply to. If you just got home from a long-ass day, right, and you're really having a tough time on Call of Duty, the easiest era of Call of Duty to pick up because aim assist just does everything for you. If you're on mouse and keyboard, it's fucking easy city central. All you do is outspec people, right? It's the easiest era of Call of Duty to play right now. If you're somehow so dog shit, and at the same time you're just having a tough time playing the game, and you decide to two-box just to enhance your experience, I still think you're slightly a bitch. But it is not as bad as the people that claim that they're the best at the game, and it's certainly not as bad as some of these content creators that use this type of shit to push out their content and get money for it, get paid for it, get traction for it. The Scad Master is all about authenticity. That is the whole antithesis of my existence on Call of Duty, on YouTube, on Call of Duty. I know that my opinion is going to be looked at sideways. I don't give a flying fuck if my image is tarnished because I say, hey, Joe Seacott by name, Bobby Cosby by name. Send your stupid ass over to Epstein Island, you nasty predatory bitch. Yeah, the Scad Master doesn't care, guys. That's the whole point of this. So when I see people illegitimately get views or illegitimately gain success, garner attention and an audience, or claim to be the best and post their KDs and stats, meanwhile you're faking half of your shit, yeah, the Scad Master is gonna talk shit to you. And just like the reverse boosters months and months ago, I can guarantee, at least for the smaller people coming up, you're not gonna last long because you have no fucking personality. Your personality is numbers and pixels on a screen. And to those people that I was bagging on months and months ago with reverse boosting, where are they now? Ass! Unheard of. Still ass. Still dog shit. And so to the two boxers that are doing this, I urge you guys to use common sense. I urge you guys to speak to a woman, and maybe you'll have different thoughts. Maybe you'll go about this differently, because likely if you're trying to come up and this is your method of proving your worth, you are literally just doing the opposite. You are proving how unworthy you are, how fucking worthless you are. And to the larger content creators that got all the way up there using methods like reverse boosting or two boxing, you guys are fucking plagues, alright? There's no other way to put it. And I understand the people's argument saying, oh well fuck SBMM, I don't want to have to deal with SBMM, it's horseshit. Look, I'm on the same page as you. You know what you do in that case? And I know you guys might be on this whole like, oh, you're being a hypocrite, Fooly, because you're playing. Bro, I play maybe like a few games every couple of weeks nowadays. That is my entire schedule with Call of Duty. I'll play a couple of games because I need gameplays, but I'm not on this shit every day. I average a few games every 2 weeks. So miss me with that shit. It doesn't apply to me. You don't like SBMM? That's fine. Join the fucking club. Just don't play. Go back to Vanguard if you want. MW 2019 Part 2. The player count has dropped in those so significantly that you're probably not going to notice it as much. And again, that is not in defense of SBMM. I do not defend SBMM. I am not a virgin loser nerd bitch. Joe Seacott, Demonware, Infinity Ward, Bobby Cosby, everybody else that helped support SBMM in its state that it's in and pushed it into existence. Fuck you guys. You guys have genuinely ruined the quality of Call of Duty because now you just spawned in fucking losers that reverse boost and two box to get content, to get gameplays, to try to tell themselves that they're good. Just complete and utter filth. You know, there's patterns that I pick up on, guys. Like, you can just tell when a group of people are just strict virgins. And just to end this off, I personally don't believe they deserve human rights. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you consider two boxing to be cheating? Or do you at least consider people who two box to be virgins? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
This ain't in my body.